This is at the Berlin World Series in June. In the start, Hermes, Wang, Tsai, Pagonis, BRUINSMA, ALCAZAR, SHEVCHENKO and RABBOLINI. Now, very good start again, just enormous shoot off the blocks from BRUINSMA, but Pagonis has got off to a really good start and an underwater that helped her as well. Now, bear in mind they're not going to be looking for a great deal of pace, but it is good to see that the Dutch have taken the idea of getting a really good start off the blocks. We can already see in the early stages how, as I said, BRUINSMA is struggling to keep straight in her lane. So too is Pagonis. But when they can hug the lane rope, suddenly it becomes a little easier. BRUINSMA does have a tendency to zigzag a little between the lane ropes.
And you can see here, Pagonis, she's so strong. One of the factors that I think makes a difference in her swimming is that, you know, she was playing soccer and then she switched to swimming before she became fully blind. So she was a competitive swimmer. She developed her stroke. She developed a sense of the water before she entirely lost her vision. And that does make a difference because it gives her a better sense of what the technique should look like, how you approach the wall, how you get off the start. And there she is. She's continuing to hug that lane line, and she's not doing the zigzag of BRUINSMA next to her, which is just adding on additional distance and causing her to bleed more time where she doesn't need to.
So BRUINSMA has lost a little in the pace of this race and falling a little behind. A good body length ahead of her is Anastasia Pagonis.
Yeah,
this is still set up beautifully for a tight finish. BRUINSMA's got some strength in her and she will be looking to use it.
we talked about how with this classification they use blackened goggles so they can't see anything. Pagonis, her coach, when he was learning to train her, he actually put the goggles on himself so he could get a sense of what the water, what the experience in the water would look like for his swimmer. He says it's able to better help him understand how exactly to train her. Now you see Pagonis, she's out there by herself, but that's okay because, you know, she knows how to swim her own race. And all she has to really do is keep a pace to try and break that world record. I don't really think it's the fact that she's going to get first is in jeopardy. I think the real question now is she going to break the world record again?
That's right. And I think that really is the question because she is so used to breaking world records at the moment at 2:25.16 at the 200-meter mark for the 17-year-old sensation from the United States, who was always going to be BRUINSMA's biggest competition and main rival at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games, certainly in this race. The fastest time in the world this year, a world record in the preliminaries. It's been a very good season for Anastasia Pagonis. And BRUINSMA, of course, stunned the world 5 years ago in Rio 2016. And she romped to victory. As a teenager, she was 16 herself in many a sense. Pagonis is 5 years on from BRUINSMA's heroics, doing what BRUINSMA did in Rio.
And right now, Pagonis, she is well ahead of the world record mark. She is going for it. Remember, this is her first Paralympic Games. She really burst on the scene, and she's making a statement. You had BRUINSMA, who was so dominant in this event for, you know, the past 4 years, but then Pagonis, she came on, and the 400-meter freestyle is really where she can excel and take that lead. You see how beautiful her stroke is, how straight, how efficient she is in the water. She's, you know, she's being very consistent in her splits. Here she is, she's approaching this last 100, 3:40.51, still ahead of world record pace.
Into the final 100, the swimmer born and raised in Long Island, New York, homeschooled, but at her first Paralympic Games, she is showing that she is the real deal. All the hype is true. Somebody who is just completely come into swimming as a relative newcomer and obliterated 5 US records and started to take out records all around her, has already broken the world record in the women's 400-meter freestyle, and she is looking to, again, take a world record here as she goes into the final 50. Final thoughts on this race?
I mean, she has a huge social media following. I am sure of it. She's going to break the world that she is going to want to post for her fans. Look at how far ahead she is right now coming home.
Well, yeah, very big on social media where she uses her platform. She says she likes to educate her fans about Paralympic sport and vision impairment as well. She has a guide dog named Radar, but I tell you what, she did not need any radar in the pool here. It's only a question of how much she was going to win by, some said. And indeed, the hype is true. She is a sensation. She's 17 years old. She breaks her own world record. A 4:45. That is brilliant from Pagonis, as Bruinsma will come home for the silver medal. And it's a fine swim from Tsai Liwen of China. But Pagonis, 4:54.49. We thought maybe 55 could happen. She's gone even below that. Bruinsma is first to congratulate her rival. She herself with a good swim, a 5:05.34, not near her best. But Pagonis, what a swim. Shevchenko coming in to touch 7th, 5:33.08. Rabbolini still in the pool. It's Wang Xinyi, who some way back touched 4th. Tsai Liwen, 5:07.56, had a really strong final couple of 100 meters that saw her almost make up time on Bruinsma, who continued to swim the zigzags. But this is such a sensational swim. World class, absolutely world class in the S11 classification from Anastasia Pagonis. An astounding swim from the teenager. Another staggering display. She's broken the world record twice on the same day. And she's done it here to win gold for the United States. A country that now has approaching 700 Paralympic Games medals.
Here she is. She's got a good start, not the best one in the field. She does come up relatively quickly, but look how straight she is coming in. That is, for someone in this classification who's using blackened goggles, that is a sign of someone who's incredibly well-trained, well-practiced. She doesn't lose really anything going into the turns, and she puts her head down, and she's able to just glide right into that finish. 4:54, that is a very fast time and a new world record.
Bruinsma knows what it's like to go sub-5, but not to go that kind of speed. Anastasia Pagonis is the world record holder of 4:54.49 for the teenager. 6 years after being diagnosed with a genetic retina disorder and autoimmune retinopathy, having lost her vision almost completely, she has won a gold medal and is a Paralympic Games champion at her first Paralympic Games. Now, Tsai Liwen has come in to touch for the bronze.